going on, guys? It's officially the first day of fall, and late summer has been hard, not only on the fishing but on the time, as is the usual here in Indiana. So I'm at the pond, which you've seen in probably the past few videos. I'm going to film something else this weekend, so don't worry, things are gonna be a little different. But I'm just gonna putz around a little bit. I think I'm gonna throw a cat line out, see if something is sitting out there, and fly fish. I might pull out the bass rod, but I'm not planning on it. I'm planning on using the new fly rod that you probably haven't seen a whole lot on the channel, just because I haven't really fished much since I got it. So yeah, you'll see me with my new 6-weight a little bit. But I'm gonna start my walk down and get a couple lines out, a little afternoon fishing. So yeah, nice easy meal. Got one. That one feels a little bit bigger. Yeah, a little bigger than the last one. Not huge again, but fun on the 6-weight. Same type of eat, right? Bottom draw. That's all right. A little better. I'm not gonna say no to that. And where these little guys are swimming, might be some big guys. Ooh, right at my feet. Strong little guy. Love when they hit like that here. Barely hooked. A largie. I think popper will do it. Popping bug. Bug popping for bass. There's the title. Bug popping for bass. Pond bass. Oh, crap. I didn't even know. I didn't know I had one. I was getting ready to walk away. You can tell I'm a real good popper fisherman. All pretty much the same size class, though. You might not make it. Swim off. He was way too small to eat the popper that deep. But he swam off healthy. I tried to do as little damage as possible. Got him. Nice, good one. Good one for a surface. Feels kind of heavy. Not big, but it might be the biggest of the day. Definitely got a bigger mouth than the last few. Beautiful fish. Hooked right on the top with that popper. Hand-tied popper bug. There it goes. See if we can get another one. Structure is key, I guess. What, 2 bass on the popper? Yeah, there's something on there. I gotta run. Just pulling. Just dragging line. Yeah, he's about pulling it. No, he's not, but he has pulled it very far. Gotta be a cat. Let's go get a turtle. Head shakes? Head shakes, that's fish. Cap off tonight. I don't know if he's that big though. That's a good head shakes.
Probably open to catch a cook soon when his cat's out here, but I don't want to take one that's too big. This one feels like it might eat though. It's got a big belly, I'm not gonna take it.
He was way out there. Not pulling drag, but he is shaking like crazy. Grab the net and move over here where I can actually land him at. Net is ready. He's running for the shore. Come on out of there. There's my weight. Get that back down to the fish. You know what, man? I'm gonna break my 4-pound rule. Because I think that that bad boy will eat. If I can get him in. Hurting my arm, buddy. Whew! We got our cat. You know what? That's probably about the size of the biggest cat I've ever kept to eat. And so we're gonna harvest this one. I got a cooler. I'm gonna throw him in it. I'll throw some ice on him. Yeah, we're gonna eat that one. I'm sure this filming light is terrible. Those of you that know me well know that I don't harvest a ton of fish. Obviously, I'm harvesting this one. He's still alive right now. I'm not going to show you the killing blow, but what I do want to do on camera, I saw this once. It was a commercial ship in California, and they always thank the fish for its life, and I'm going to do that. So thank you, fish, for your life. None of your meat is going to go to waste. So I'm going to quickly try to sever its spinal cord with my knife, put it in a cooler, go stop at a gas station, get some ice. And I probably won't show you guys the whole cleaning process because YouTube doesn't tend to like that. But I will show you the cooking process. So this is the first catch, clean, cook on this channel. And it's thanks to this catfish here. So thank you, catfish. And yeah, I'm gonna dispatch him real quick. So we'll see you guys probably tomorrow in the kitchen. Yeah, maybe tonight. I don't know, we'll see. But we'll see you in the kitchen. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the terrible lighting in my kitchen. Obviously it's a little bit of a mess. You can see I got a pan ready and I got a few things ready here behind me. But what I want to start with is showing you the final touches on this fish. So 2 gorgeous fillets off of that catfish. And again, we thank that catfish for its sacrifice. So, catfish. A lot of people don't like it because they say it's muddy. You can see it. I'll probably move over so some better lighting, but look at that. So that bloodline, we don't really want. I'm actually gonna go ahead, we're gonna move to some better lighting here. Yeah, we don't really want that. That's what makes it muddy. That's what makes it fishy. That's what people don't like. Typically, I don't really mind, but I do want to enjoy this fish. It's been a long time since I kept any catfish. So, sharp knife. I like Dexter's. No sponsorship here. I really like land shark, and he uses Dexters and talked me into it. So, get a better angle here. So you can see that bloodline, right? So what I'm gonna do is I am going to, actually I'm gonna chunk these up because with catfish nuggets, obviously, but I'm gonna start by actually cutting right where that bloodline is. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna allow me to trim away so you can actually see there, you see that silvery skin? So that is the outside of where the blood vein is. And so now that I'm there and I have a really sharp knife, I can just lightly trim away that part of the fish. And I know that's a little bit of waste, but that is definitely going to allow you to enjoy your nuggets a lot more. And actually this fish was a lot healthier in that his bloodline was not very bad at all. And so now you can see the difference there. So I don't have that silvery skin that I had before. I'm gonna trim that little piece right there off. But he was healthy in that he didn't have a really thick bloodline. That's one of the reasons why I don't keep larger catfish, is because their bloodlines tend to get a lot thicker. And you end up wasting more meat. But as you can see, I'm only trimming away a very little bit there. And there you go. You can see there's still a little bit. So you can see the difference really well there. So you can see, you know, this has been trimmed, and that little part right there I did miss. And so the silvery part isn't necessarily the bad part, but that just helps you guide to where that part is that you don't want. And so I'm gonna do the same thing on this one. And it just makes it a much more manageable piece of fish to fry. That's one of the reasons why catfish nuggets are so popular, because you don't want to deal with that big fillet unless you're maybe making sandwiches. That fillet is just a bit unnecessary. Same thing with walleye. If you're keeping larger walleye, like a lot of people do here in the States, I'll show you that maybe someday if I get into some good walleye. You do want to separate the meat out into different portions, so that's more manageable. And there's, actually, let's trim that little piece off. You basically just want to avoid any kind of blood. I've had the fish soaking in an ice bath for the past 15 minutes or so, and that has pulled a lot of the blood out. And now I'm just able to trim up those pieces. And there you go. And there's a little bit left there, so there we go. Those are pretty clean catfish strips. And I think instead of doing nuggets, I'm actually gonna do fish fingers. So I'm just gonna cut them at an angle, like that. And then actually this is my Dexter fillet knife. I have a non-flexible Dexter that would probably be a little bit better for this, but this one has already been used for these fish today. So I'm just gonna cut them at a nice angle. All that really does, cutting at an angle, is increase the surface area of your cut. So that way you get more breading per bite per fish finger. I actually think that one we might slice again. So now what I've done is I've cleared a little bit of space so that we can have the better lighting on this fish. I'm going to show you my dredge that I do. It's not really a dredge, it's really just a coating. Big fan of Hooters seafood breading, mostly because it's a good base. There's a little bit of flour to it, but it's a significant amount of cornmeal. So you can kind of see it. So it's a good cornmeal base if you don't want to, you know, mix your own. And there's a good flavor to it. I know nothing fancy here. Then what you're gonna want to do is just add a little bit of all-purpose flour to that. You don't want just straight cornmeal. Typically a half and half is pretty good. I'm gonna go maybe a little bit less flour on this just because it is catfish. And I want it to be a little bit more corn forward. So, flour, cornmeal, and then you want to spice it up. So, a little bit of lemon pepper. I'm just going Lowry's. And that's just gonna add a little bit of zest. And then I'm also going to add the equivalent of Old Bay. This is Chesapeake Bay, but it's Old Bay. Just add some of that into my coating. And I just kind of mix that up. You use a whisk if you want, but usually just toss it. So everything looks pretty uniform. And that's pretty good right there. And now the actual egg wash. So, whole egg, nothing fancy. And then, the piece de resistance, Frank's Red Hot. A lot of guys will actually just wash their fish in Frank's Red Hot and not use an egg. I like to do that when I'm having a shore lunch, but not when I'm at home. When I'm at home, I still like to have an egg in there for some binder. But Frank's Red Hot will do it on its own. And so I'm just gonna whip that real quick. A little ASMR for you guys. That's pretty close. Yeah, that's about where you want your egg. You don't want it to froth up too much. You want to still be able to bind. Okay. The fish. I am all about the double dip. And that is why I like to use half flour, half cornmeal. That flour allows you to get a quick drying coat. Try to show you guys that best I can. So that dries the fish out a little bit. It doesn't dry the inside out, it just dries out the outside so the egg will bind to it. And once you get that egg to bind to it, then throw it back in. And now it'll hold a lot more of that breading. Beautiful, beautiful piece of fish. Same thing with all of them. I like to throw a few in at a time, just to kind of speed up the process and make your fingers a little less coated. There you go, guys. Nice, evenly coated, beautiful catfish tenders. And now, we're gonna warm up the oil, because I didn't do that yet. I think we're about ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and just drop a couple in. You don't wanna add too many. That's why I like to use a smaller saucepan. Ready? Oh yeah. There we go. And I do like to shallow fry. I don't like a big, crazy deep fry. I think I want to let the fish shine, you know? And I'm telling you, that red hot, you may think like, oh, you know, the red hot, it's gonna really change the flavor. Or add too much heat. It doesn't. If you've been watching YouTube fishing long enough, you know that red hot thing is real. It doesn't ruin the fish at all. It's actually pretty crazy how mild it gets. And especially doing an egg wash like that, you know, you're not going full on red hot, but it's still, even if you were to, wouldn't matter that much. And so these guys are pretty thick fillets, so I'm actually going to lower my heat down some, because I don't want them to fry too quickly and not cook all the way through. especially given that this is super fresh. Actually, that's probably even more of an excuse where I could eat it raw. But yeah, so this guy was swimming about 2 hours ago, and now he is in my fryer. Welcome to my table. Got my plate. Got my tartar sauce, which I don't think I'll need. And my beautiful fried catfish. I was thinking, I call them catfish tenders. That one's definitely a nugget. Maybe that one. Definitely a multi-bite though on most of these, so going with tenders. And yeah, I got like 10 out of one fish. So, and no sides, because, you know, it's a lot of fish. So, I have this rule where I don't keep a lot of fish, but when I do keep fish, I only keep enough that I'm not going to freeze it. I don't like to freeze fish, unless it's like, you know, a walleye charter or something like that, like where I'm, you know, I'm not going to be able to go get them again or whatever. If it's just like from a spot that's near here or something, I don't like to freeze fish. If I'm not gonna cook it within the next day or two, I'm not gonna keep it. So, that being said, this guy looks this looks absolutely delicious. I mean, how could you go wrong with a piece of fried fish? I mean, now it's like a chicken wing. Nice and crispy, flaky. I'm not even gonna, I wonder if I'll be able to pull it apart. Catfish is one of those that's really hard to pull apart. It's not like a, yeah. So it gets kind of dense like pork chop, but look at that perfect cook on there. Oh, the steam coming off. Oh, man. Whew, I'm excited. I am excited. Yeah, oh man, perfectly cooked. Cheers, guys. Amazing. Yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna need the tartar. I might use a little bit of it, but absolutely amazing. Didn't put any lemon on it. I got enough lemon pepper in my dredge, and yeah, that's absolutely delicious. I love everything about that. These would be perfect in like a po' boy, or you know, fish tacos even. I might come a little smaller for fish tacos, but yeah, super good, guys. I know I didn't like make my own like I mixed my own stuff. Yeah, but that's my first catch and cook. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I plan to do some more of them. I really didn't think my first catch and cook was going to be catfish, and I'm so excited that it was. I'm glad that, you know, I was able to harvest that one today, and I was able to share that fish with you guys, and it's just been an unreal experience. I can't believe how late it is right now. I really should be going to bed soon. I have to work in the morning, but I'm going to eat this catfish and enjoy it, and then, I don't know, maybe edit some videos while I eat. So, thanks for watching, guys. I've been Chris with the Flyest Adventures. There's my fried catfish video. We'll see you guys in the next one. I love you guys.